Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the cafe, or I guess, District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. I am, as always, your immaculate hostess barista. It is not just my name, it is also my title. So feel free to step up to the counter, place your order, get comfy, grab a seat, kick back, relax. All that fun, happy stuff. It has been an infinitely cooler, what day of the week is it? Thursday. That's what day it is. An infinitely cooler Thursday compared to the start of the week where I thought I was going to melt simply by standing outside. Whereas today, I don't think it got over 70 degrees in freedom units, as some people on the internet like to call it. At any rate, I hope you are all doing very well. And if not, well, I hope, kicking back, relaxing, hanging out here will help you out. We are on day 3. Tonight is so much cooler after it rained down where I'm at. I love that for you. I honestly don't know if it's rained here or not. It's gotten really cloudy. So I'm here for that. I kept thinking to myself, no, the sun is a deadly laser. Not anymore, there's a blanket. A blanket of clouds, at least. All nice and cozy playing Pal World while watching one of my favorite VTubers. Ah, shucks. And I'm nice and cozy hanging out with a bunch of my favorite pals. It's awfully quiet. That's just because there's no music on this screen. So. There he is. Hey buddy, how's your chest hair? Also, this is really loud in my ear. Which means it might be really loud for you guys too. If that's too loud or too quiet or anything, please let me know. Maybe a little more. There we go. Yeah, the load on the file said it's trial day 3. So, I don't know if that means we're gonna wrap this all up today, or I don't know where we're gonna go from here. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's get going.
Mr. Wright?
Yes?
Why do you look so unhappy?
Dude, I promise it's just my face. Phoenix sometimes has an unfortunate face. He doesn't photograph very well. Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Hi, Mia. Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Wow! Am I the only one who believes in him? Don't worry, Will. Just because Mia and Phoenix have their heads up their butts doesn't mean I'm gonna let them, put you away. I got you. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. Mia! Mia, please! There's no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet, if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, I'm... as certain as I have hiccups, I'm certain he didn't do it. We should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't gonna be easy. October 19th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 4.
Court's now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder if it'll be that producer. Prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Ew, somebody get a towel to wipe up all the sweat and drool that's gonna be all over the stand. No, not even a towel, just get a tarp. Or that director. Ugh. Will the witness state his name and profession? Will he? Probably not. Nobody does when you ask them. How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob. Ruffle. Edgeworth's just not having it. Salmonella. I'm a director. Television.
Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day.
Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. I don't want to pick anything about him apart, whether it's him, his testimony, or what. I just want to pick him out of the courtroom. I don't like him. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. The day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. That doesn't seem right. Weren't there plates outside the trailer? We ran the meeting until around 4 p.m. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Also, I really hope my man is about to get arrested. Got the studios from 9. Action scene run through took more time. This doesn't seem roasted. Okay, yeah, my man's about to get roasted. That's what I thought you meant, but my brain is just not having it. So in the end, you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure there were like empty plates outside the trailer and shit. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella. What did you want, Sweats? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the one in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? Were there just jiggle physics on his fucking tits when he went back? I hate it here. No, you're, good call, Sweats. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. Bad ditty, after all. Ugh, get out of here. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. Is that why he's so sweaty? Does he have the meat sweats? So, when exactly did you eat it? We took one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then, drool. Mental image I will carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. You're in the meeting until around 4. You're in the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. I mean, you literally just said that you did. You didn't take a single break. Well... yeah, not a one, sweats. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Yeah, get his ass. Wait a second. Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate a T-bone steak during a break? Oops, ruffle. Well?
Mr. Mandela, what's this all about?
Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break.
Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please.
Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. The break. Yeah, SWW, we took a break, Ruffle. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me, Steams. Ugh.
I don't think it would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination.
Yeah, we took a break. I'd say that's plenty of time. Depending on the circumstances, I'm inclined to agree. Okay, so you took a break. When did you take the break? Phoenix, get out of my head! What time exactly did you take this break? I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:15. 2:30? That's the time of death! So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. Can I help you? It's only 15 minutes. 15. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1. Why not? Why is that?
Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1.
What?
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, Mr. Wright?
Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer.
Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1?
I claim it and claim it loud! Or, no, it's impossible. From what I remember, let me look at the court record. Yeah, the monkey head was in the road. So they couldn't get through. Seems like about the only person who was getting around at that point was probably that kid. I concede. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time.
Aha! I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen...
Excuse you, I thought it was Mr. Monkey. Is that a typo, or is Edgeworth just, never mind.
The fallen monkey head barred the way. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Yeah, that must be a typo, because it's a Mr. Monkey head. Anyway. Ergo! When the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Locked. Okay, so... Fuck, I don't know. Maybe I'm being narrow-minded and the monkey is gender fluid. It could be Mr. Monkey or Mrs. Monkey. Maybe it could be Mix Monkey. Happy Pride, everybody! Diversity win. The monkey mascot is gender fluid. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Manella from the stand. I'm with you there. Get him out of here. What? It's over? Ugh. Very well, the court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people... Oh yeah, hang on. Could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai... Oop. I'm accidentally opening the options screen again. Don't mind me, I just can't click. Given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. Wrong! You're wrong. Sit there in your wrongness and be wrong. All that's lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. Which means we can't do it. No. I refuse. Objection? If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. But you don't, so you can't, so Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Who? Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order. I will have order. I see. Court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. Yay, I call dibs on the swings. Not that kind of recess, probably. October 19th, 11:04 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Lobby number 1. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. No! Free my man! He ain't done nothing wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. You give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. People in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. Well, just because they couldn't go to Studio 1 doesn't mean something else could have happened earlier. I don't know, there was that totally jacked up fence. Maybe he had an accident and somebody moved him after lunch or something. That was when he was found rather than when he actually died or something. Well, fuck, I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. All I know is, free my man, he ain't done nothing wrong, look at him. Pat, pat, pat. What's going to happen to me? You'll be fine, buddy. You're gonna be, my flabbers are so totally gasted. Kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. There's no if. He's innocent. Look at him. He's just a big teddy bear. He didn't do nothing. His only crime is having a nap. And getting sleeping drugged because we found this. So I'm convinced somebody like drugged his lunch so he would pass out so they could frame him.
Leave it to us, and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all.
You... Thanks. Free my man, he ain't done nothing wrong.
Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it.
This one's for the kids. This one's for Will.
October 19th, 11:15 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Where there's a will, there's a way. I got my will, so there's a way.
Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. What? Girl! Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. He's not tall enough! Somebody get him a box or something! Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on.
Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do.
Well, I'm not surprised there's donut crates at the courthouse. Anyway. Hello, child.
Will the witness state his name and grade in school?
Way to change it to make it more appropriate, Edgeworth. Witness. What? Just because you're all grown up don't mean you can push me around.
Edgeworth just got told off by a 10-year-old. Wait, how old is this kid? He's 7! Edgeworth's getting fucking told off by a 7-year-old!
Cody, answer his question, okay?
Hey, it's you, the nice lady! I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade.
I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Oh, poor Edgeworth.
Witness? Cody.
He's having trouble with this gentle thing.
You were present, you were at Global Studios on the day of the, incident.
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there?
Pops! And Edward's only, what, 24?
Whoop, wrong button. Profiles.
Yeah, Edward's only 24. Pops, please.
Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine.
I prefer bearded gentlemen myself.
A very long day.
Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom.
Man, Edgeworth is just not having it. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost?
Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go.
Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record. New digital camera. Cody says he always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it.
Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal, just once. I found a map on the internet, and I went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes.
Oh, he poggin'.
When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Edgeworth doesn't look like he knows what gentle is. Probably not, for various reasons.
But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child.
This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. Yeah, 'cause he's a kid, he don't care. Let me think. Well, he said he didn't have his camera, but he literally just told us that he goes there. He goes everywhere with it. Like, we literally just got a note that says he always has it. Seems a little sus. Excuse me. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right?
Mr. Wright, a word with you.
Uh-oh. Was I putting on the pressure too much? You didn't even do that much. You just told the kid not to fucking lie in court.
What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about?
Oh, no, it's just the judge being old. It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that?
I see.
Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Oh, he's crying! What's wrong? We didn't even do anything!
Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so.
I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court.
What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney?
Well, Cody?
What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that?
I like that you can see the box that he's standing on.
So, you did have a camera. And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching.
Yeah, I had my camera with me. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules!
He stopped moving? What does that mean?
Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
I had my camera with me, glued to the action. Goes for the bad guy. Bad guy stopped moving. What does that mean? Did he fall down? Did he hit his head? Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Well, 'cause the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap. Something like that.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
How should I play this? No. Tell me more, tell me more. Cody.
What?
Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action.
Yeah, so what?
Yet you missed the most important part.
What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw quite clearly.
No. He just keeps telling us that he fell down or whatever. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurais fight, but you missed the most important part, the killing blow.
Order, order! Mr. Wright! How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital?
Well, that's the thing. Phoenix, I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? Maybe he was too busy trying to, like, get his camera to work or something. Is this anything? I know you. You can figure this out.
Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight?
I feel like I'm on the right track with that. I feel like he was too busy trying to mess around with his camera so he could get a good picture. Your Honor, I have evidence.
Evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? So, Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. I feel like this is something. Here's my proof. Look at this photo camera.
What's that, the camera?
The witness stated that he recently received this camera.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation.
I'm aware of that too. Oh!
Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye.
What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids?
Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Why would a 7-year-old lie? Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody? There was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. That was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct?
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. I'm willing to agree with you there, Mia. Have him testify again. Right. Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more.
Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight?
Welcome to the real world, kid. No no photo? That fucking Megamind no bitches meme. No photo?
Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep.
Press X to doubt.
Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway.
No photo?
Yeah, you're right. Escaped the villain, held up my camera to take a picture. Lens wouldn't open, so I missed it. That's all that happened. I doubt that. Tell me more, does he look like a bitch? That's all?
Yeah, I told you, I didn't take a picture.
Damn it.
I didn't accidentally hit the options button again.
I would have, once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Nah, I feel like he would have been happy with any kind of picture of what happened. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye?
How did you know?
I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers.
Wow!
This feels great! Oh, Phoenix! You're impressing a 7-year-old by catching him in lies.
Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this, Cody.
I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them.
Let me see. What do we got? Well, he's got his scrapbook. Contains photos of every victory scene in every battle the Steel Samurai has won. Well, even if it was a shit picture or after the fact, he would have put it in here. At least I think that's... I think I'm onto something. Cody?
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh? Oh, right.
What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got 'em all. I never missed one. A perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album?
Ah!
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album?
It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won.
I see.
Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day.
Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album.
Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way! Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually? Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took?
Well, he didn't erase them by mistake. He was lying about the fact that he erased them in the first place. Even if they were blurry, I feel like he would have kept them anyway. So the Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos.
You mean the Steel Samurai lost?
Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai.
No way! No! It's impossible! The Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses to anyone! Ever!
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth!
Order! I will have order! Witness, I mean Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw.
Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight. Right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move.
Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim.
Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell.
Mr. Wright, what's going on?
Apparently, we have all made a serious error.
An error? What's this all about?
I mean, Hammer was the victim, obviously. It's not that there was no victim. For one reason or other, Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit, so the Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai.
Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer?
I mean, it makes sense. The costume doesn't fit him right, but he's like a grown-up dude, so he would fit in it way more easily than Old Bag. He also knew that Will got injured during the action rehearsal, which is why he's like limping. That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury.
But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already?
That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldbag said in her testimony.
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume.
Why would the victim do such a thing?
I don't know.
I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops!
Huh, me? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, a photo on my digital camera.
What? Show us, quick.
No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Now!
Ugh. Here, this is it.
Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say.
I don't think it's so much the fact that we can see the Steel Samurai, so much probably as where he is. Because I'm seeing... This looks like a backwards 2 or something. And up there, that looks like the bottom of a 2, so maybe he was at Studio 2 instead of Studio 1, and that was why nobody saw him. Because he could have gone over there at some point before the monkey fell.
The monkey's head.
I'm really enjoying this game, just want to say, Barista. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Desk. I'm enjoying having you here. I'm enjoying this too. I've said before, this is like a game series I've watched other people play. So I have like the general idea of how things go, but specifics like this, like, how this happened and stuff, I don't remember. So it's not like a blind playthrough, it's a eyes half closed playthrough. Or a I need a GPS playthrough. I know where I'm going. Not exactly how to get there. Yeah, so I think that's just my thought. That's the important part. Not that it's the Steel Samurai, but where he is.
I'm afraid it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright?
I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence.
Sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back.
Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor! May I see that photo once more, please?
Certainly, I don't see why not.
Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. I think it's probably this, because this they could probably say, oh, it's an S for like Studio 1 or something. But that's definitely the bottom of a 2. Your Honor, look at this.
I see a gate.
Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate?
The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2.
Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct?
Ah!
I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at.
But
that's impossible.
What's all this about? What's this all about? Please explain so I might be shocked along with the rest of the court.
I'll use the studio guide map. Body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Over here in Studio 2. Here at Studio 2.
I see, that would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo.
Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. Path was blocked, no filming is done there, or the trailer is there. I mean, we know that the path was blocked, so the 2 in the photo means that Jack Hammer, who was in the suit, was at Studio 2, where they were having their meetings and stuff when he died. The path was blocked from shortly before he died to about 4 o'clock. And I'm pretty sure Will said that they weren't doing anything until like 5 o'clock. So after the monkey's head got fixed up and moved or whatever, they probably could have moved his body back over to Studio 1 in time for everybody else to find it. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. Path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time.
Yes, I suppose that would be the case.
Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? I've already forgotten, just because I try to push anything with that man out of my head. Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. Yeah, and if it was either the producer or the director, since they're like company big shots or whatever, they would have more access to the resources to like move a body around or something. And why they tried to cover up that they were there in the first place. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. Yeah, see, those are the plates that we were talking about. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then, he went to Studio 2. This is madness. This is law! Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. I don't know, maybe he was trying to cover something up. Trying to make Powers look bad for something because, you know, I'm the evil magistrate, I'm the bad guy in the show. I used to be a hero kind of guy, and now I'm just stuck doing this kind of stuff. Actually, that does kind of make sense, because Oldbag was saying that he used to be a big shot kind of star guy. Like, all those posters we saw in that trailer were of him, apparently. But then something happened 5 years ago, if I remember correctly. Maybe that ties in together, that whatever happened 5 years ago has something to do with Hammer not being a superstar. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. Oh, let's see. Oh, maybe this is where the sleeping pills finally come in. Maybe Hammer drugged his lunch so he could go to the trailer and steal, or the dressing room and steal the costume. Let's try it. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, I'm suddenly much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads, sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Fingerprint the bottle. Any sleeping medication is probably well out of his system by now, because this is like 4 days later. I don't think his body would tell us anything about whether or not he would have given him sleeping pills or something. So, fingerprint the bottle. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than previously thought. Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find an answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal a Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him, and why?
Find the answers for me by tomorrow.
That's a lot of homework.
Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor, this trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Very well, court is adjourned.
Yippee! October 19th, 2:47 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Whew! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Thanks, Mia. Me too. You guys suck.
Really? You both seemed so confident.
Ha! Maybe I should take up a career in acting? Phoenix! I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Wow! You don't just say that to your fucking client, dude! Me too.
Dead?
Oh, of course we're kidding.
Are you sure?
I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial.
Right, thanks.
To be continued. October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it.
Huh?
Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow! Good going, Nick! Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. I'm pretty sure this theme song applies to both Mia and Maya, because it plays at various points when either of them are around. Glug, 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 glug. It's called Turnabout... I almost just said the same name of the case. I think it might actually be something named the same as the case. Like Turnabout Sisters or something Sisters.
Big stretch. Well, let's see where we can go from here.
We can either go to the detention center or go to the main gate. Oh, before we do that, Maya, move. I need to look at Charlie. Mia's favorite potted plant. Maya has been watering it so much lately it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow or she's perfecting her water torture technique. Well, we learned last time that the plant's name is Charlie. And I love him. Well, let's go to the detention center and see if Powers has anything extra to tell us. October 19th, Detention Center Visitors Room.
Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Phoenix.
Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there.
And could you wipe that grin off your face?
Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count.
Yes. So there's not really anything I can do to help.
Ha ha ha. I'm not really sure what I can do either.
Please, this is no laughing matter. How you doing, guard? How's your face? This guard monitors the visitors room. He seems frozen in awe of Will Powers. I would too. I like him. He's very handsome. I would give him head pats and a cookie, and a steak dinner that's not laced with sleeping pills. Let's just run down the line. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares to tell her different these days.
Why is that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and...
And what?
Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow.
Alright, tell us about the sweaty creep. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. Something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he says, how high, and all that.
I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Haha. Well, that ties into my thought of, like, maybe... I don't know, maybe she and Hammer got into some kind of thing. He fell on that really dangerous-looking fence, and she was like, Manila, get this out of here. Maybe something like that.
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? Then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago? Well, I guess we have to go back to the studio and look around. Maybe we can see if we can talk to somebody. Oh, no! October 19th, Global Studios, main gate.
The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this.
Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah?
I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die.
Woo! She's alive! Yeah, to be fair, I was getting a little worried about that myself. Alright, we can ask her the same things. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way.
She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer?
Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Oh, that's not sketchy at all. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
Sal? He's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it.
Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No. No, it doesn't, Maya. I'll tell you when you're older. About Mr. Hammer.
Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Uh-oh. She's really pissed this time. Whoa, Phoenix! You dropped a P-bomb! I know what I said. I just got Hollow Knight. Hell yeah, love that for you. You said you were gonna mod it and stuff, right? Probably have a lot of fun with it before Silk Song finally comes out.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
Okay. I don't want to talk to her anymore, so let's just leave. Oh, let's go back to the employee area or something. Maybe we can find that assistant chick and see if she has anything. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just one time. Trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Mm-hmm. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around.
Yeah! No, no, no. No touching.
Yeah!
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean I almost had a heart attack. Guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me.
Dramatique indeed.
Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table.
Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills?
Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
Excuse me while I spend just like 10 minutes jamming out to fucking Gumshoe's music. Alright, pal, what do you got for me? So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right.
So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills.
Looks like it.
Steak plate added to the court record. Found in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. Yeah, it's got... Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that thought. I am gonna finish that thought. Its powers is large bone. Tell me about the investigation. How goes your investigation?
To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. Feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
Oh, yeah? How is Edgeworth doing, anyway?
Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it.
Whoa.
Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups. Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills. Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
So we were right. So that means...
Yep. Sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right! Found on a table in the employee area. Bears Jack Hammer's fingerprints. You can crush. Nova, no! Listen, if you want Edgeworth to crush you, you're gonna have to get in line. Nova, yes. Okay. Well, I guess that's all we can find out here. I wonder if we missed anything in the dressing room. Well, it depends on who you what Edgeworth ship you believe in the most other than yourself. You've got Phoenix, you've got Gumshoe, you've got all kinds of other people. Got a few people from the Investigations games that he stars in. The line is long. Edgeworth does not want for suitors. I also don't think he wants suitors, but that's beside the point. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! Alright. Also, Nova, if we're being honest, most people who have seen him, Awuga, they're in that line too. Tell me about Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Oh, look, they can wait. 2025 is my year. Fair enough. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. guess the rumor must be true then. Rumor? The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. Film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? Well, tell me about the last episode of the Steel Samurai so I can see Maya get more upset. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Not like that tiny chef show I've seen all over Twitter. The one that, like, got Nickelodeon and Emmy and stuff, and they canceled it. At least I think that's the thing I heard about. I forget what it's actually called, but it's like a little stop-motion tiny chef guy. He looks so cute. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! No! Also, I hear that Globo Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Well, tell me more about that, I guess. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? Studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. Probably because this whole murder trial and everything is painting a really bad picture and giving it a bad name. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? Yeah, you know, the 17-year-old kids. Like you. It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true! If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure! Nick, say something! Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Oh, maybe we gotta show off the samurai scrapbook. Cause, listen. If that kid is not fucking hyperfixated on the Steel Samurai, I will eat my hat. Like, he literally made this whole scrapbook, and he goes to every performance and everything. And this is? A fan collected all of these photographs. Kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you could tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died. And it was Hammer's fault. Fucking yikes! Someone died?! It was an accident, of course. Anyway, Producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Probably because, hey, one of our actors died in a freak fucking accident. Our studio's already on the verge of going under. That probably would just be the death knell for it. Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. Yeah, so they just fucking neutered his career anyway. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Wrong button. Well, I feel like words. I feel like if it gives her a chance to talk about Hammer, she'll be all for it. Well, let's go see. I love that he's not even on screen, but we've got the gumshoe music. He's just on the other side of the room, but still. What, you're still slinking around? Slunk. If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. See what I mean? She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Ah! Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols! Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Yeah, even though she's like a key part of moving this case forward, it's like a bit of a trivia thing in some circles to even know her goddamn name. Because it's not like she's a witness on the stand or anything, but talking to her just moves things along. But when she's sandwiched between such a personality like Oldbag and, you know, everybody else, she's probably kind of forgettable. That's just my thought. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Treasuring up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume. I do, actually. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Is it the plate or the bottle? Well, we'll start with the plate. Mr. Powers ate his T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? It's the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Huh? Huh. I bet Powers put it there himself. Why would he do that? Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes. Except I have proof that Mr. Hammer put the pills in. Yeah, there we go. This bottle contained sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle. I see. Poor, poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? A Vasquez. She has ties to the Mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. And after that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. This old bag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Oh. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer at Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. So what I'm wondering now, or I guess I'm not so much wondering as I feel like I need to go look. What was the whole thing about going to Studio 2 anyway? October 19th, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director or the producer. That's what I'm thinking. Like, especially because we just got told that Hammer was at her beck and call. The director guy's also at her beck and call. Basically, everybody's at her beck and call, especially since she's probably part of the Mafia. Well, first, Mr. Monkey, how's your head? Mascot of Global Studios. Apparently, its name is Mr. Monkey. Okay, well... October 19th, Studio 2 entrance. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? H-E-L-L-O! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Hello? Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder, and... Anyone else find that a gust of wind was able to knock a stone monkey's head off its body? Or at least I think it's stone. I know the clock in it. I feel like it's probably more like a gigantic plastic thing. And like the shape of it, it's probably off balance anyway. It's like that's a big-ass monkey head. And they probably have to have it be like made of plastic and removable or more easily movable parts to do repairs or some kind of something like that. That's just my thought. Shh.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you.
Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off.
Oh dear. I know you're doing a blackmail. Look at this graph. She's not even looking. Where? What?
Where did you get that?
Well...
Old bag.
Old?
She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Curse you, sudden dry spot. Right. Anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer.
The wind.
Huh?
It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer.
Nick, she went inside the trailer.
Well, that probably explains why this is all bent, because a dude fell on it. Wonder if they'll have anything different to say about it now. There's some flowers here.
Wow, so pretty.
They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close, that fence looks dangerous. Nope, still the same. Okay.
You came.
Well then, what was it you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez? You were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids' shows for petty change.
So I'm a blackmailer now.
Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star.
Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord.
But you were the cause! You pressured him! And to think it was just an accident!
Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident?
Oh.
No.
No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose?
That is what I mean.
Where's your proof? Can you prove it?
Just think, would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me.
But the security lady said it was an accident.
Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too.
So that's why she had the photo.
She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now.
What? This is valuable evidence!
Boys!
Whoa! Okay, where did they come from? Who are they?
Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased?
What?
The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it.
Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all?
I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going.
So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No!
Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal! D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me, now!
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Well, thank you for saving our shit, Gumshoe. Holy shit.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe! Thank you, thank you, thank you! I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it. Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
She's hot, but I want to kick her ass. Yeah. Same.
Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this.
And who's at the bottom? Who's bottoming? That depends on what fanfic you're reading. D. Vasquez. No, it's usually not her, I think. To be continued. Well, they said the trial's gonna finish everything up, so I think I'm just gonna take a quick little break. Keep going! I'm going to! I gotta get up though! Refresh my drinks! And everything! We'll be right back!
So persistent.
Rude.
So demanding.
on the night of the 15th. Or I guess the afternoon of the 15th. Anyway, welcome back. It's time to bring this lady to justice. And prove my client's innocence. And all that good stuff. October 20th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. I was here! Here where? Here where, good sir? Can't tell me you're here on stream. 15th was a Sunday. I don't stream on Sundays.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Here, here. You make a compelling argument.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence.
Oh yeah, I'll present decisive evidence. These nuts!
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement.
Also, forgive the sounds of a fan if you can hear one. I had to turn one on. It's getting a little toasty in here. Nowhere near as toasty as it was previously, but, a little warm.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
Prosecution calls Ms. D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day.
Will the witness state her name and occupation?
See, that's your problem, Edgeworth. You gotta stop asking them. You gotta say the witness will state their name and occupation.
D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Damn, first Edgeworth getting told by a 7-year-old, now he's getting told by this lady.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down. So to speak. Oh, is that something you'd like to see, Phoenix? Somebody probably wrote a fic about it. The day of the murder.
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4 o'clock. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van.
Hmm?
There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. Wow, a van, you say? You know what a van is big enough for? Multiple people, including if one of them's dead. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. Van added to the court record. Manella used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after meeting in the trailer.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
Well, hopefully I'm better at this final battle than I am at fucking the battles in Hades, because I keep getting my ass kicked. Enter the trailer a little before noon. $12 ended at 4. Rehearsal. Fatigued. 15-minute break. 8 T-bone steaks in front of the trailer. But didn't the plates in front of the trailer not have bones? That... Also, why are they letting her smoke in court? You know, one thing at a time. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate?
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has left behind. Yeah, Powers' large bone.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak?
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones on the plates. Yeah, for some reason I thought there wasn't any bone left on one of them, but the silverware on the other one was throwing me off, made me think there was. But no bones. No bones. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone, too! Kinda wanna see what's gonna happen if I say you ate the bone, too. Ah, fuck it, we ball. We've got full health, so we can afford to have a little, some courtroom shenanigans. You ate the bone, too! The music just stopped. Nick, are you sure? I mean, I love steak, but even I don't eat the bone. Hey, I don't eat it either.
Mr. Wright, I too leave the bone.
Oh, you don't go that way? Okay. I've heard of plenty of other fanfics that say otherwise, but you know what? Okay. Can I try that again? I think I know how. You ate a boneless steak. No, everybody was pretty adamant that they were all T-bones. So she probably didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere. Like that incinerator.
I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
I don't know, taking a shit? You know, taking a shit, committing murder? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? I mean, she probably was picking on him at some point, but, if Hammer was still in the samurai costume at that point, then she was probably meeting up with him for some reason or other. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Damn, girl. Well, Phoenix, you can't catch her with her pants down. She's not wearing pants. She's wearing a dress.
Order. Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. Yo! As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright. Isn't that a little presumptuous?
You're a little presumptuous.
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I.
Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick.
Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes. Theoretically.
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature.
So? I need to look something real quick. She's only 34. Okay. And now, get out of here.
How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon?
I don't know. You couldn't, could you? Yeah, cause what happened was, in like a full circle cruel twist of fate thing, he probably fell on that same fence that he killed the other guy on, and that's why it was bent this time. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would.
Huh. You see?
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case.
Meaning?
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
So? You found a whole goddamn set full of shit and that doesn't mean, next to the body, that doesn't mean it was the murder weapon? I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. I mean, we probably gotta look at the spear itself because it was broken. Yeah, look at the spear. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Are you sure? I say, probably not, my guy. I mean, I don't know. I'm just a barista. I'm not a professional defense attorney. But you know what? I will be here. Let me get on a tangent real quick before I forget it. I saw in Overwatch 2, one of the characters has a barista skin where she's got like a little hat and an apron and everything. So that's something. Anyway.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Order, order!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? I don't drive, or at least Phoenix doesn't drive. Canonically, he bicycles everywhere, because he doesn't know how to drive.
Think about what you're— Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard.
Poor Edgeworth. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell, what was? How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
Yeah, if I'm right. And it came full circle and he fell on the fence. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright.
Wow.
Very well, let's see this murder weapon then.
Look at this old photo. Phoenix, I already said it. I'll say it again. Look at this photo.
What is this?
It's a deleted scene from The Prince of Tennis.
Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs.
And Dee Vasquez after a very bad haircut. That's why she wears the headscarf now, because she never fully recovered.
Order, order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. Yeah, girl, you look busted as shit. Who does your hair? You need to fire them. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, shut the fuck up and let me finish, bro! You still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What? What?
Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Oh, she pogged.
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss Dee Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then, she did it! She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Yep. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1? No, like I said earlier, you probably got fucking Weep King Supreme to do it, or he put it in the van. Well, either way, the other guy was definitely involved. And returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break. How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, and carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
She had another way. She had Manila, she had the van. What if she had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands? For instance. Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
Look at this van. Vroom vroom. she told us about it herself. She's the one who said, I had him drive me over because I didn't want to walk. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. I like how the image always goes like right near where his hand is. So he's just like holding out the van in one hand. He's like, oh, look at this van. She pogging again. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Minella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Minella was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course, Sal Minella has to have been a conspirator. Body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So what happens next? Don't! Me? Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. The result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right! But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure! Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? You did it! Miss Vasquez, you did it! That wasn't a question. Did you do it? No. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I'm not sure that question helped this court get any closer to a verdict. What do I do now? Testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
Sam.
Damn! To come so far only to fail.
As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez.
Oh?
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Edgeworth, please!
I see. Very well.
Your Honor! I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness.
I just want to hear your testimony again.
Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Well, yes, Indeed. Verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, why did Edgeworth?
Who knows? He probably realized she did it too.
But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that,
Edgeworth. After finding the body, I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying, "He did it." I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need to twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. I was with Sal. The assistant was there. Called the police. Went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Okay, tell me about that. That seems a little sus. The script and your direction notes? Yeah, I mean, if you were planning on there being a rehearsal, wouldn't you have had those in there in the first place? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. But if you knew there was going to be a rehearsal, why didn't you bring them? Wait a second, I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Thank you, Phoenix. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Yeah, but you didn't know that until you got there, so you obviously knew about it beforehand. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Yeah, I guess.
Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue.
No.
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Huh?
Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal.
Don't you see what that means? Yeah, it's just what I said. She obviously already knew about the murder because she did it, so she didn't bring her shit. She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1.
Order, order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here.
Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
I knew the hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. No. No. How did you know he was... Whoops. I meant to present something. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Well, I didn't mean to press her again. Now see, I did not consider that a possibility at some point. He's dragging one leg. So maybe he was actually injured somehow? Or was he just putting on an act? Whatever. Tell me about this. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez, you saw him limping because he was pretending to be Powers. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Oh.
And when was he doing this?
Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered.
Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Order, order, I will have order.
Witness, can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Yeah, it probably has to do with the thing that happened 5 years ago. Okay, I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. Look at this photo again. This is my proof.
This is the photo from before?
This photo reveals the motive in this murder.
I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have here?
Well, I mean, we're sitting here talking about why he would be all, upset and pissed off with her. Maybe he tried to kill her and she ended up, managing to turn it around and get him back. Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
Yeah, I don't think she had a motive. I feel like Hammer finally got, fed up with being used and being a pawn and was gonna, try and kill her and frame Powers for it by wearing the Steel Samurai suit. But she was able to turn it around on him and got him instead. That's my thought, anyway. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What? What?
Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all these years. Uh-oh. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me.
Someone call an ambulance!
There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Ah! Miss Vasquez! What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs! Manuel! Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No! No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez! No! Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever.
I see. I see. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
It appears you have brought about yet another miracle.
I thank you, Your Honor.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
You know what? You're so right.
Yes, yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers,
Not guilty. Yippee! Oh my god, look at him! He's got no ass, but I still love him. Ah, Edgeworth. Ah, everybody.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3.
I don't know what to say.
Look at him! He's so cute! I would trust him.
Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
You know what? I think I know. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because maybe he was jealous that Powers was like a superstar like he used to be, so he wanted to like put the blame on him and drag him down or something. That's my thought. It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids' show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP!
Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more.
I'm guessing since he's been in jail, nobody told him that the show's been cancelled.
I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Eh? Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth!
Say something, right?
I mean, you're the one who came over here. You say something to me. Hi, how you doing?
I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth.
You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
What, really? Liar!
Right.
either Edgeworth's lying to try and make WP feel okay, or he's a Steel Samurai fan. This just in, Demon Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth watches the fucking Steel Samurai. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Objection! I like your funny words, Lawyer VTuber. Hello, Monstro. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. I'm a little sorry to say you're coming in towards the end of things, but we still got a little bit of dialogue, I assume, before we go and head out for the night. So feel free to stick around. We're just wrapping up Case 3, Turnabout Samurai, of the first game. I'm glad you got the Clone High reference. Listen, I will take most any opportunity to do my shitty Clone High JFK voice. Oh, I like your funny words, Magic Man. Oh, I don't care what gender you are. Put on the maid outfit. I want a party platter. BRB just switching everything. Edgeworth now sounds like JFK from Clone High. Meet again? However... Are you dad joke friendly? I have a shtick. If I can make you laugh, I follow. Yeah, I love dad jokes. Dad jokes are just puns by a different name, and puns are some of my favorite. If I fail, then I get banned. Well, I would not ban you anyway. Even if I don't laugh at a joke. That just seems a bit excessive.
That is a disproportionate response.
You do that up, I'm gonna keep going with JFK, Edgeworth. Well, we won't be banning you, but how about a 5-second timeout? Yeah, that sounds more reasonable. However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Ah! Does that mean you don't like Clone High JFK, Edgeworth? Is that what that was for? Well, now I'm gonna do it even more. I'm going to give you the gayest line in this series in Clone High JFK voice. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. There. You just got, like, one of the gayest lines in this entire series said in Clone High JFK voice. How do you feel about that? Can't throw me again, it's on cooldown, so nah 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 nah. Happy Pride, everybody. Well, someone better clip it. What, the just everything? Yeah, probably. I'm having a great time. Alright, here goes. Went for a job interview. The interviewer asks you, how well do I work under pressure? I said decent, but I'm not Freddie Mercury. Heh. Are you David Bowie, though? I like that laugh. Not that laugh. I like that joke. It's a very good joke. I really like it. Pressure. You Google now, but just you wait. I will wait. You know what? Because it is such a thing, I'll do it. I'm gonna read it again. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. We have fun here. Thank you very much for the follow, for entering the cafe. We like to have fun around here. I mean, I don't know about the rest of y'all. I'm having a great time. Why Why couldn't Mia have 3 lives like Mario? I mean, she has at least 2. Her regular life and now her afterlife. So, there's that. Yeah, so right now our schedule usually is Monday through Thursdays. This past week I took off Monday because it was like ungodly hot and humid here and my office gets really toasty really fast. She's a genie that lives in Maya's head. Is that why she's got that top knot? Is that the like spout of the genie lamp? We've solved the mystery, everybody. Yeah, so Monday, Thursdays, we're doing the Ace Attorney series. As of today, we're completing, clearly, Case 3 of the first game. And we'll start in on Case 4, Turnabout Goodbyes, on Monday. Keep going with that until we reach the conclusion. Tuesdays, I usually play any of the Monster Prom series dating games with my friend Supernova. And Wednesdays, I'm doing a segment I call What the Heck Wednesdays, where I usually pull out a game from my backlog of games that I haven't played for one reason or other, and I force myself to sit down and play it. You know, finally get started on it to see if I actually like it. At least that was the plan. So far, I've only done that once. The past couple of weeks, I've been playing Hades 2 because it got a big update. But I will do it next week. I'm thinking next week I'm gonna play this game that I've got called Call of Boba. Mostly because Boba's very much on the brain right now, because I literally bought a 32-ounce bucket of boba tea earlier. Streams usually start around, let's say, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so about 3 hours ago. Boba! Yeah, boba! And they usually go anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, depending on what's going on. But yeah, that's what things are like here at the cafe. We try to have fun, we try to have a good time. And just for that, I will read it in a normal voice. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. Okay, then don't prosecute any of the cases I'm defending on. That's what I came here to tell you. He just did the equivalent of... What's that one post where somebody, as a kid, they had a crush on another kid, so they said, get off my playground, or something like that? That's the equivalent of what just happened. Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend? Fuck, I don't know, dude. I don't think he knows. I don't know. He doesn't know. Nobody knows. He has unnecessary feelings.
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals. Right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Oh, they really did go through with the Pink Princess.
Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real willpowers. I am. I'll hold his hand and take him out to dinner. The end. Yippee! There's a lot happening here. We've got this guy who's trying real hard to be fucking mind control Dracula. We've got a hobo and a parrot. We've got Edgeworth probably having more unnecessary feelings, and a white lady with an afro and a camera. Is that the Loch Ness Monster? The fuck is happening here? Edgeworth, no! Edgeworth, yes. Let's save that. And then, get out of here before I accidentally click on something and then do a spoilers or something. We can't have that. I mean, I guess we can. We'll be going through it next week. But that's next week. That's not now. Why does he look so sad? I don't know. Like I said, he's probably having more unnecessary feelings. Does anybody have any ibuprofen? I got a headache. Maybe that's what's happening. Does anybody here have ibuprofen? I've got a headache. This is why I'm not allowed out of the house. But now I'm on the internet and I'm making it everybody's problem. Oh dear. Well, at any rate, that was certainly something. As always, the truth found a way. Truth came to light, we found answers. All that good, happy stuff. We encountered probably what a lot of people consider to be the gayest line in the series with the whole unnecessary feelings thing. I think it's hilarious, personally, but... Now, we raid out. Let's go see who's on tonight. Oh, you know what? We were talking about Boba just a little bit ago. Let's go raid our favorite Boba obsessed dragon, Jay. Looks like she's doing some art. Post-con depression and chronic sleep debt, LOL. That's the title of her stream. I love that. That's a big move. As always, we'll hit her with the... Yeah, because I think she went to Off-Kai last weekend. Hit her with that. Hit her with the to-go order. Either to help her wake up, or if we'll bring her something to help her go to sleep. Something. I don't know. I'm just a barista. I make the order. I don't place the order. But that was, like I said, a lot of fun. I had a great time. I hope you all did too. Dang, I gotta say it one more time, and then I'm gonna hit a solid 50. Nice. Only 20 more till I get to a funny number. But at any rate, like I said, we'll be back. We'll start Case 4 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney probably on Monday, weather permitting. I don't think it's supposed to get too scorching hot again, so we should be fine. Until then, everybody get some rest, drink some water, take your meds, eat some good food, do what you gotta do to take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.